want to talk to you about attachment and how we get attached to certain things that may or may not be serving us. This is super prevalent in my life. Often, as I was setting up for this shoot, I moved some chairs around and the chairs look exactly the same. They've been worn about exactly the same. And I found myself thinking, I need to remember which chair is mine because I need my chair. There's no reason I need my chair. It's the same chair, but I'm attached to this idea of my chair. And last night with my husband, I got in the stupidest disagreement over laundry because it wasn't done my way. And I was so attached to how I needed it done that I sacrificed my peace and the peace of my family to be right about my way. And really the ironic thing about that is that I never would have done the laundry because I'd already left it sitting there for 2 days. So I was so attached to how I needed to do it, but I wasn't willing to do it, and it created this whole tension and anxiety and disagreement because I was so attached to something that may or may not be serving me. When I was in my space, I wanted to create a space for yoga and to have more of a yoga studio. So I moved my furniture around. And I don't think I was aware until that moment of how attached I was to how things were. The space wasn't serving me the way that it was set up and what I needed for my next chapter. It had served me so well in one chapter, and it was no longer serving me in my next chapter. But I had so much difficulty moving it and changing it and updating it and allowing it to be something different because I was so attached to what it was. And I was so attached to how it had felt that I wasn't able to allow it to be something new and something I needed different for the next part of my life and my evolution. And I wonder how often for you that feeling of comfort and that needing and that attachment to needing to feel comfortable, how often that feeling interrupts your progress forward. How often that interrupts your ability to step forward, to move forward. How your attachment to how it has been is impacting your ability to evolve to your next level. I work with clients all the time and they'll tell me over and over this isn't working, and then when we talk about changes, they'll say, I don't know if I'm ready to make that change. And that's okay, that's honest, but what is the root of a lot of this is our so strong attachment to where we've been that we're not quite ready to step into something different. And that's okay, but the more we can be aware of the ways we're anchoring ourselves to where we've been and prevent ourselves from stepping forward into where we're going, the more we can start to shift this. So when I'm aware that my attachment to how my office was is impacting what my office needs to be for my next chapter, I can sit with that and I can remind myself, Leanne, it's okay to step forward. It's okay to sit with that discomfort of change and continue to move forward anyway. And that's what I'm here to tell you. It is okay to not want to change. It is understandable to be attached to how things are and how things are been. I get it wholeheartedly. And it is also okay to step forward in spite of that discomfort, in spite of that resistance. We can overcome these pieces by becoming conscious of them and consciously deciding to do something different. So today, I invite you to notice what you're attached to that's no longer serving you, what you're holding onto so tightly that you can let go of. I want you to notice that and become so aware of that. And then imagining as easily as opening your palm and blowing a flower, dandelion, dust, sparkles right out of your hand. I want you to imagine blowing that attachment away, releasing it, and then looking at your open hands that are left from that release. When we're holding things tightly, we're in a position of defense. We're in a position of closed off energy. We're in a position of tension, right? This is a tense position. And when I'm in a position of release, when I'm in a position of letting go, when I'm able to recognize my attachment and release my attachment, I'm in a position of reception. I can now receive the goodness that's here for me. I can receive my next step and I can move forward open and ready. for what's ahead of me. We all have these amazing opportunities all around us, but we're not going to get them if our hands are closed. So as I said, notice your attachments, acknowledge them, honor them, and then let them go. Have such a wonderful day, and I wish you all the best in your stepping forward.